I can suss. How's it going, God? Decent. I'm gonna wait a little second so folks can show up. I am gonna let the song play out. You know I got it. Relaxing. Let's get the thing going. Let's get the game going, I said. Why is it over there? We're now a pro. Take a sippy. How's it going, Sneeve? A lot of dust on my controller, I'm noticing. I guess that's what I get for like leaving on the floor for so long. What the fuck? Blobbing out as usual. How's audio balance? I say, as there's no way to tell how audio balance is. Just the game isn't making any audio. Whoomp. Game. Acquire 6 Anaconda skins. And a pressed white Gara. Sounds fine. Okay. I'm going. Alright, we need to start figuring out where this stuff is. Operate. We did it! We moved it. Patty's kind of stuck. That's fine.
Hey, Patty.
What, Agent York?
Nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Trolled. Alright, so this is at the park. Is this the park? Here's park. I should have taken the cab.
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach. And there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here?
Woman,
Back when we were
Premonition
driving
2,
that
a
hybrid
blessing
car
in
before
S.
we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us. I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing. They were all going normal speeds. I'll bet that scene reminded you of a certain film, or perhaps a certain person. Violent City, 1970. Directed by Sergio Salima. I only ever saw it on TV when I was a kid, so I don't remember it very well. But I definitely remember that it featured a bridge, a long bridge. During the New Orleans part, that's the one thing I remember. That bridge must have been the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. And the film starred Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson. What an amazing sound. You couldn't possibly find another man whose name matches his appearance so perfectly.
Alright, thanks, York. Oh. Where are the items? Charles Bronson. There's an anaconda skin.
Found it, Zach. An anaconda skin. And freshly shed from the looks of it. Now let's get a move on before we run into its former owner. What do you think God wants with something like this anyway?
Take a sippy. York, we need to find 6 of them, buddy. I want to mention that, like, before the stream, I was, like, making my drink. And I realized I forgot to put ice in it, but I already put my cup down, and I forgot to take it with me to the kitchen.
Hey, Zach. Remember this movie?
And then I just carried the ice, like, barehanded into my room to the cup.
1997, directed by Luis Loza. Anaconda. The movie where the famous John Voight goes crazy with a rifle. Jennifer Lopez.
Awesome.
Eric Stoltz. Even Owen Wilson and Ice Cube were in it.
What? Oh,
Is that an all-star cast or what? The scene in the beginning where Danny Trejo climbs up a ladder with a pistol in one hand is a must-see. It stole my heart within the first 5 minutes. Okay, back to the real world. We're on an important mission right now, aren't we?
we're on a mission from God. Ice cubes, eh? Can you get fat from ice cubes? Like, you can eat enough of anything, right?
About 3 years ago, I met a man who had a pair of anaconda skin shoes. He said they were a trophy from a snake
Water.
he hunted and skinned all by himself. Could you kill something and then wear its skin? I couldn't. No thanks. I failed to see any difference between that and a crazed murderer who carries pieces of his victims home with him.
Smoking.
Zach, I never knew that following oracles was such backbreaking work. I really needed
Tell
a
me about it.
cigarette. I think I'm on the verge of losing my mind. Now we just need to find one pressed white Gora. He was very clear that it had to be pressed. Do they sell pressed flowers in stores here? I think I'm stumped, Zach. Perhaps we better go ask our well-informed concierge for help.
What, the game tax guide? I know he means, you know, the guy at the hotel. Sure is quiet tonight. I guess I am starting a little late. It's after a while after I usually start. I won't turn off the butt for now. I'll make it fair. I'll make it a little bit bigger. I didn't mean to make it that bigger, but you know, we'll take it. Intense Uber ride music.
Okay, Zach. Let's go talk to our concierge.
That's the plan, York.
It'd be impossible for us to find a white Gora all on our own in such a vast area.
Welcome back, Mr. Morgan, sir.
Howdy.
Hello there, concierge. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
How may I help you, Mr. Morgan?
I'm in need of a pressed white Gora. Do you know of a
Take a
store
sippy.
where I could find one?
The Lord hungers?
Correct.
I like how everyone gets the echo effect.
Jolly good, sir. In that case, please ask our bellboy. His hobby is pressing flowers, so I'm sure he'll be able to assist you. Spiff!
Spiffy.
Very good, sir. Please. Serving you is my greatest pleasure, sir. Please do let me know if there...
Alright. Where does Bellboy come out?
Mr. Morgan, did you find the pressed flower?
Big hungry goat.
No, not yet.
Very well. In that case, please speak with our bellboy. I'm sure he'll be able to help you, sir.
I'll be back in a jiffy. If you're in a hurry, head over to the chef. Let's talk to the chef. Ah, there he is. Hey, David.
Got a minute, Chef?
You got up here fast, I gotta say.
What is it, mister? I got my hands full here.
Do you know where I might find a pressed white Gora?
Now, what did I tell you? I'm a professional chef. I don't flap my gums about any old thing. If you want to know about the town, you best ask our concierge.
Well, he told me to go to the bellboy. Let's go back to the concierge. He may know something. Presently engaged in business right now. Please speak to the bellboy. Okay. Bellboy, I need your help.
May I ask you a question?
Sure, boss. What's cracking?
I need to find a pressed white Gora.
You like flowers, boss?
Well, not exactly, but it's the will of God.
The Lord hungers, huh?
Excellent,
Yeah.
David. Way to cut right to the chase. Do you know where I might find one?
Sorry, boss. We only have one white Gora bush in our garden. Yep.
What's the problem?
Well, yesterday I picked them all and pressed them, see?
That's perfect. Would you mind giving one to me?
Sorry, boss. No can do.
The Lord hungers. Hungers.
What do you mean?
I used all the pressed flowers I made to decorate a very special spot, see?
Very special.
What spot?
The bedroom on the first floor.
Well, that's no problem at all.
Bathroom.
Yes, sirree. So, I don't have a single pressed flower left now.
Well then, I'll just go and grab one from the bathroom.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, boss. Taking a pressed flower from a bathroom into church? Ah, Jesus ain't gonna like that. Sorry, but it looks like you're all out of luck, boss.
Maybe the Lord won't notice?
Zach. Deep South.
Yes? What part of the bathroom is this? Okay. How did they get the rug under the toilet? I need to know how they did that. Okay, look. You can see the U-bend. It goes into the carpet. The little rug.
The white Gora, also known as the whirling butterfly. They certainly look just as beautiful as one. Never thought I'd ever have to pick a flower from a bathroom and deliver it to a church. But he left us no choice. Did he, Zach? God himself commanded us to carry out this very act. Therefore, I'm simply doing as I'm told. My own will has nothing to do with it.
York
We never
postulates
get
on
to
free will.
engage in adventures like these while living in the city, do we, Zach? No, the cases of the city are honestly quite boring. Who wants to fish through the garbage for a missing corpse's genitals? Or chase a stray bullet that got lodged into a moving taxi? Talk about stupid.
Yeah, for real.
And usually it's all just a formality so that we can accuse a criminal who's been obviously guilty since day one. If I have to search for something, I'd much rather search for something out here. It's just so much more dramatic.
I'm on York's page here.
This
You
is
see
the
shit you don't
countryside,
see every day.
and it's sensational. You know what I mean, don't you, Zach?
That's really like what this game is like. You get to see something you don't see anywhere else. I've been thinking about redoing the woman. You know, like me in the corner. Take a sippy.
Which is 40.
True.
I sincerely hope this is the last of God's divine errands.
Oh, York, you know it won't be.
That makes two of us.
Heavenly. Truly heavenly.
He threw away all the spam, the red beans, and the spinach. I don't believe this. All this time, he was only after the cans?
Shh, be quiet, Agent York. He's doing holy work. Just be quiet and watch.
What a fragrant pressed flower. Thank you for this blessing, O Lord.
Yes, Zach. As fragrant as a urinal cake.
Shh. Behold, it is finished.
Yeah! Oh, hell yes.
Our Lord is enraptured. Take this, my lambs, and let it serve you.
You okay, my man?
Just take it, Agent York. Folks say Pastor Sanders' instruments have special powers.
Special powers?
Yes, it is the truth.
You don't like the
my
Ocarina of
loved
Time?
lambs. Have faith. The Lord guides me to create the perfect instrument for each citizen of our town.
Each instrument's effects differ by person, too.
In your case, you were blessed with 3 drums and a special flower. This is the will of the Lord. You must accept it and have faith. If you ever find yourself lost again, return to me at any time.
Patty, I'm curious. Do you have an instrument too?
Huh? Me? Of course not. Why would I ever want one of those stupid things? I'm fine just watching you adults play your silly little games.
Like Deadly Premonition.
Zach, the pressed flower we took from the bathroom ended up coming straight back to us.
Please tell me we can play the bongos. Goron's Lullaby, let's do it. Why do I have two of this?
Have you come seeking salvation? I'll be happy to guide you.
Truly pitiful. Alright, let's see where we're heading next.
Hey, Agent York, what's next?
Fear not, Patty. Our next stop is that stylish woman's house. Her name is Helena Doman, and apparently
Yo,
she
Doman?
lives in this town.
What? You want to go meet her?
You know her?
Yeah. Everyone calls her Lena. Hey, how'd you figure out her name anyway? No one told you, right?
That's true. No one told me, verbally. By pure chance, Zach and I happened to acquire this.
Retune.
We picked it up from the ground while the pastor was busy crying. Patty, this is a prescription for a female hormone medication, which means this person is undergoing hormone treatment.
Or bones.
Understand? It's the Oracle. This is the ticket to the goddess that we were meant to find at the White Hall. I just remembered something that Melvin said to me in the holding cell. Professor R isn't exactly a normal woman, according to him. Now it all makes sense, Patty. Lena Doman is the stylish woman we've been searching for. Professor R, in the flesh.
You know, Agent York,
What does the R stand
you
for?
might actually have some talent after all.
Yes, I'll be honest with you, Patty. Both Zach and I are extremely talented. So I hope you can trust us and continue working as our assistant.
Really cool. Let's see. Alright, where's her house? Oh. Right up there. We did it.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
We're here.
The address on the prescription led us to this house.
Seems like she ain't home. No lights on either.
That's not suspicious. Is this game intended for people who haven't played the first
Professor R's
game?
never home, you know.
Patty,
Because
why
it
do you
does
know
kind
so
of
much
spoil
about
it, but
Professor
also
R?
kind of expects you to not know certain things.
I don't
It feels
know
like-
that much, really.
But you're the first person in town who mentioned her name to me. You also knew about San Rouge, didn't you? And when I tried to ask you more about it back then, you gave me an evasive answer. You're my assistant, aren't you?
I just noticed the brick texture on the wall. This game is intended for us.
If you are, then you need to tell me everything you know about this case.
Daddy don't like Lena.
Oh,
He said it's stupid for a man to want to turn into a woman.
I want to backhand this boy.
What?
And he told me I ain't supposed to talk about her. He said that if you knew someone like her was living here, Agent York, you'd start to hate this town.
That's ridiculous. Why would I ever hate this town? Because one of its inhabitants is transgender? Why in the world would that make a difference to me?
The other folks in town said the same thing as Daddy. They
Harsh.
all know about Saint Rouge and Professor R, and about how she's waging war against the Clarksons.
Go off, King.
But they all say we ain't supposed to talk about it. So
And here I'd assumed that ignorant way of thinking died out with the 20th century. I guess I really am an outsider after all. I thought that everyone was cooperating with my investigation, but it turns out they were all hiding key information from me. Damn it, Zach. This just made me hate the countryside for the first time in my entire life.
Damn. Oh.
I'm sorry for being so loud, Patricia. But just remember this. A person's birthplace, nature, race, and physical features have no bearing on their value as a human being. We're always free, and we should respect each other just the way we are. So you shouldn't feel a need to hate Lena for no reason.
Ballin'.
No matter what the people around you say, you can't let them control you. Sometimes things like common sense and decency can end up deeply hurting other people. I sincerely hope you don't forget that.
Okay, I won't.
But if Lena's committed a crime, that's a different story altogether. She may be a social minority, but she's still free and capable of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Professor R. I sincerely hope she's smart enough to understand that.
Hunga.
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the firewater. Do this, and you will see the other world.
York being based in 2005.
Zach, did you hear that? It's another oracle. I assume this means we're getting closer to the truth. Well, this is good. We don't have any other big clues at the moment. What do you say we continue the skeletal gentleman's game?
I say we go for it.
After I spent the 90s listening to nothing but punk rock, I fell out of touch with music. But the digital audio player I received last Christmas changed everything. Nowadays, people can walk around with thousands of songs in their pockets. You following me here, Zach? That's right. This oracle is connected to music. The two ends refer to neither periods nor a movie's credits. They refer to the last letter of the alphabet, Z. And what's a word that has two Z's in it? Jazz, of course. Remember, we're in Louisiana here. The firewater is even easier. It's alcohol. Let's go to that jazz bar and have a drink while we consider our next plan of action. Don't worry, this is all part of our job. Isn't it, Zach?
Time to go get trashed. I will say that was a little bit easy since there was one option.
Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Come in.
Oh, Daddy.
DC Eagle here. Got any news for me?
Well, Mr. York, we got ourselves a bit of a problem here.
That's right, Melvin, we do.
What sort of problem?
Looks like Daniel's gathered up a group of people to help him find Galena's killer on his own.
Oh, shit.
If the Clarksons get serious, they'll probably put an end to this case before we even know what hit us. This sure won't be wrapped up the way you want it to, Mr. York.
Yes, that certainly is a problem. Judging from Daniel's temperament, things are bound to get out of control. Melvin, I need to find Professor R as soon as possible.
Professor R?
That's right.
That ain't such a good idea.
I didn't ask for your personal opinion, Melvin. Especially if it comes from an antiquated, xenophobic way of thinking that's characteristic of rural towns.
Whoa now, Mr. York.
I don't know about xenophobic. That's a different word there, York.
I didn't.
This conversation is over, Melvin. You need to figure out what the Clarksons are planning. Call me again as soon as you know.
Fine. Whatever you say.
Also, sorry, but would you mind coming to pick up Patricia? I would never think to take an innocent girl like her into an adult watering hole.
Yeah, you're right. CLG's still too young for that.
Wait, Daddy! Agent York! I'm going too! Don't leave me out of this!
No, Patricia. You signed a contract with me, remember? I promised to protect you from all the evil in our world.
That's not what it means!
Patty, you're smart. Shockingly so. But you're still a child. And there are certain things a child like you doesn't need to learn about yet. Just go home for today. Zach and I are both in agreement on this one.
Sticking her tongue out.
I'm so glad you understand, Patty. Okay, Melvin, that's that. I'm leaving her here. The rest is in your
In the
hands.
middle of, like, a neighborhood?
Roger that. I'll take care of her, Mr. York.
Alright, get crunk at Owl's Nest. Yo, fucking baller card. Never even noticed the sports car. We're in for a long trip here, so bear with me. Anyone got anything they want to talk about?
This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't
York
you,
does,
Zach?
apparently. could be anything. You can talk about big boobs. I realize that's mostly what we talk about on this channel. We could talk about the ocean. We could talk about chicken. We could talk about butts. Here, I'll give it to you while we're out en route. Big butts too. What is your favorite part about Big Butt? What'd you miss? Travel. Soft. And on you. You're right. Butt so wide it can't fit in the room? I feel that. Got a lot of work done and more ahead of schedule. Ballin'.
Zach, it appears to be closed. Let's come back during business hours.
"5 p.m. Got one left to do. It's a big project. I think you can do it. Five. Now it should be open.
Look, Zach. That seat is beckoning us.
Yo! Do they have darts here? Power, Spiffy.
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the fire water. Do this, and you will see the other world. Ungen's oracle pointed us to this bar.
Yeah.
So we must have to do something here. But I feel like the fire water part is missing something.
Tyrone Sanders, Speed Witch. Emma Sanders and Xavier Johnson. Hang on, you can read it. Kind of. It says like Melody of the Gospel. It doesn't adhere to that brand of logic. Large go sign. Take a sippy. Good drank. Khalib.
Zach, do you see that? It's a gigantic go sign. I think someone's trying to send us a very powerful message here. That settles it. This must be a singularity. Beautiful lipstick. The color red suits you.
Thank you. Red is the color of life. No human who knows the joy of life would ever hate this color. Or would they?
D. R.
Maybe. Maybe not. But I know of a drug with a red color that certainly doesn't signify life. It sometimes even steals the lives of those who drown themselves in it. Catch my drift?
Before a candle's flame burns out, it burns brighter than ever before, blazing like a shining red star. Don't you think that instant is more valuable than a century of smoldering?
That blaze doesn't cast out the darkness. It only emphasizes it. But where are my manners? I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Let me get straight to the point. You were present when Lise Clarkson was murdered. And you were also involved with Galena Clarkson's death. Correct?
Agent Morgan, are you a man who can hold his liquor?
I'd love some firewater.
We're similar. You and I.
Really? I don't see the resemblance.
Well, you should. Look deeper. Think about who you were when you were first born, and who you are now.
Oh shit.
Different selves exist inside your body.
Are you talking about Zach?
Damn, homie.
I was born as a man, but in my heart, I wasn't so. And this is a small town. I experienced far more scorn and discrimination than anyone could ever imagine. Especially from my father. Parents are supposed to raise their children with love. That's the norm, right? Not for me. I was raised by my father's flesh-seething hatred.
So you ran away from home, started making drugs, then seduced a young life and destroyed it? That story makes no sense to me. Think about it. They didn't burn you in a witch hunt, nor did they ever try to take your life. Yet here you are, letting your selfish fantasies drive you to torch the entire town with vengeful fire. Why did you abandon your inheritance only to end up in a place like this? What do you hope to achieve?
If only you were that
You've
simple,
already
York.
figured out that much. Leonard doesn't exist anymore. He disappeared from me a long time ago. All that's left now is the Red Soul.
The Red Soul?
The Red Soul gives me strength and courage. And I vowed to use that strength to change this world.
York, buddy, you can't
The
handle
Red
one
Soul
drink?
has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder. So that everyone can enjoy its divine benefits.
That's ridiculous.
Our world is home to scarier monsters than violence and prejudice.
Ugh. Zach.
Someday, even your best friend will abandon you.
No. Never.
And in the end, you'll be all alone.
Zach and I will always be together. Ugh.
I forgot to turn my butt off.
Daddy!
I'll leave it
Where
there.
are you, Daddy? Don't leave me here! Daddy! Please! I can't find Mommy either! Don't leave me alone! Please? Please, Daddy. Please, Daddy.
Did I leave the butt on? Look at that dude in the background.
She got us, Zach. She spiked the drink with some sort of sleeping pill.
That was a York flashback, not a Zack flashback. And me!
No wonder they call her the Professor. Whew. But that was a rash move. Perhaps she realized that she's finally crossed the point of no return. Or... We need to head to the Clarksons at once before it's too late. We can still stop this.
We did it. Let's go, baby. We gotta go fight Big Boss. Oh, we've been out for hours. Where did the Clarksons live? Anyone know? Ah, there they are. Well, you know what? It's just a short drive on the skateboard. A short shred away.
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
York, I have a bit of a disagreement about the sun right now. What's this? Oh, this is the wyvern.
If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decomposed. As I drove him to the station after his arrest, he started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss. Anyway, back to Duluth. They have a famous lift bridge there called the Aerial Lift Bridge. The lift bridge here is the first one we've seen since then, but this one looks a lot smaller than the Aerial Lift Bridge. Its smaller size was most likely chosen due to the width of the river and the sea level of this area. The height and structure of a bridge is what determines which sort of boats can travel down the river. Normal bridges' base heights are set at a higher point so that boats can freely pass underneath them. But I imagine it would be difficult to create a bridge with a large arch here due to the river width and the sea level. That's why we're seeing all these mobile bridges, such as lift bridges and drawbridges around here. As far as Louisiana goes, it appears that they've built mobile bridges over most of the bayous. Fascinating, isn't it, Zach? So many different types of bridges. I'm curious to learn even more
Covered
about bridges
bridges.
now. Let's do some detailed research next time we get the chance.
I'm sorry, I can't do a strong, sad impression. What do y'all think of phones?
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock.
That's a well-designed bridge. Someone crashed their car into the corn.
One lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
Sorry, York is hungry. You barely use yours. I hate hearing my phone make noise. I honestly would too.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one. This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach? Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got
Playing
a hot
idle
hand,
games.
and
I
Lady
cannot
Luck's
play
given
phone
us
games.
far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea of data. That would have been its fate. Instead, it traveled from person to person until it finally fell right into our lap. Zach, how about we grab a bite to eat? Not even I can think straight on an empty stomach.
I wish most mobile games weren't just awful. Like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. Use mobile for Discord and Twitch and Twitter. I can't use Discord on I can't use Twitch on mobile. Discord I
This is
use
the
on
deep
mobile all the
south.
time, a lot. Look at this dude stanced up. Uh-oh. The only time I really use my phone is on the toilet.
Zack, it's a singularity. The Oracle was right on the mark. The mouth to the other world is open, ready to swallow us alive. I think this case is finally starting to come together.
I should go on walks. Game, I'm a little curious why you named that point of no return.
Here we go again, Zack. You're as excited as I am, aren't you? You don't have to explain everything. No need for words right now. Not while this eccentric, provocative experience is begging us to come inside.
You're right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break the kayfabe. I don't think so. I think Spiffy's embellishing. Aside from Welcome to Burp Club, did you find any more burp sounds, by the way? I don't blame you, don't worry. Thoughts on Master Belch burp? It's alright. It's a bit, compressed. But, it's not a bad one. It's a funny sound. I'm starting to think, Swery saw the back rooms between games here. Snarf.
You are free anymore. You.
Was this before Backrooms? This game was like 2020-ish, right? So we can say it was in development before that, so like 2019, 2018. Why'd I use all my stamina doing nothing? When was Backrooms? Did this game invent it?
Zach, do you feel it? Something happened here. It's the same feeling I got when we entered the place where Lise died.
How come those two guys out front aren't doing this?
Professor R, Lena, came in here alone. It looks like nothing but a suicide attempt to me. Did she have some trick up her sleeve? Zach, that's a miniature bomb. Lena must have set it here. Is this her trump card? It looks pretty elaborate. Another accolade for the professor. She also displayed expert precision when she used that fire to make my cocktail. Her wisdom gave birth to San Rouge. She must also have an advanced understanding of chemistry. I just hope she hasn't laid any other traps for us up ahead.
Now you decide to come back, huh? What for? I know you've been hiding from me. Planning God knows what. Too bad it ain't gonna amount to anything. It don't matter what you do. The Clarkson family is already on its last legs. After only a single century, we're on the verge of losing all that power our ancestors built up for us.
Clarkson.
Ever since the day you left home, that was the beginning of the end.
Philip
Big
J.
boss.
Clarkson. The horrible father that Professor R spoke of. Of course, he looks perfectly calm. It's hard to believe that it's only my second time seeing him. He's an overwhelming man, Zach.
Yes, I abandoned my family. But that has nothing to do with the Clarksons' downfall. It's much more complicated than that.
Oh, I agree. It's a hell of a lot more complicated. Just look at these assholes. They're so goddamn stupid. They won't even shit unless I tell them to do it. And you know what? Back in the old days, that was A-okay. Don't like someone, beat the piss out of them. Need something? Steal it from the sucker next door. Life was so much simpler back then. And time flowed in proper accordance with human behavior. But now... it's all so complicated now. Everything's changed.
They certainly look a little rough around the edges.
A rough customer.
Perhaps we should just call them the Clarkson Gang. They're holding their weapons like total amateurs, which means they must not have had any formal training. Even if they came rushing in all at once, they'd still be no match for us. Maybe the Clarksons aren't as fearsome as the rumors make them out to be. Or perhaps they've fallen into such a decline that they can't even manage their own allies any longer.
The legacy of the Clarksons is like a candle in the wind, a sad vestige of what it used to be. But it's not completely dead yet.
So what? You came here to snuff it out yourself?
Oh, no. I didn't come to snuff anything out. I came to make it burn red once more.
What in hell is with you? Did that red powder finally make you lose your mind?
That face, Zack. She looks so calm and collected. Perhaps she intended to take her own life after she murdered Philip. But that wouldn't solve anything. We know how calculating she is. Surely she must have understood that.
Just like you said, times have changed. You've gotten old. Your power is waning. But I'm not going to let things end here. After you and all the old tumors die, the goddess will take control of Lucare, and all of Louisiana for that matter. The goddess of fertility, with all her newfound might.
And who's that supposed to be? You? Ha! That's a good one. You know, you're just as dumb as everyone else. You never see things for how they really are. Oh, no. Here, go on. Take my life. You can have it. Do whatever you want with me. But don't you forget.
Hey, Bernie.
That's Clarkson blood you got running through those veins.
What's happening in the South? A lot.
Oh, you took the
York was
long
based.
way to it. But it looks like you be inheriting our legacy after all. Just like I always wanted you to.
Oh, I won't be inheriting anything.
York.
What?
I'm not the goddess of fertility either.
Well, then...
But I'm still powerful.
Professor R fought hard in this hall. And the last gunshot we heard sounded ominous, Zack. Everything she says seems to hint at some deeper meaning. The goddess of fertility taking over all of Louisiana with her newfound power?
That's weird.
The details elude me, but she's clearly plotting something big. But if she dies here, she'll never be able to complete it. Why risk it then? Oh well. Let's continue on, Zack.
Alright, back
I'm
to
sure
the
we'll
hell
find
room.
the answer once we reach the inner sanctum.
You can see the, like, seam where the, like, funky texture's repeating. Why all? I don't mind, I think it's funny. Y'all know me, I ain't about that life of complaining. Jeffrey had to make that noise. Why am I so tired tonight? I said snarf. Let's see here. You know, he's right. Who am I to disagree? I miss York saying, great, nice, got it. Know what I mean? Me too. They got the scissor hands. They got the scissorman. Speaking of horror games, what do you think we should do for, October this year? I got a fair amount of horror games. You know, I got RE7, 8. I got Silent Hill 4. Those itch.io games where the dude puts in milfs with huge tits. They're scary, though. I need to play, like, horror games that are scary, but I don't pee myself when I play them. RE7's really good. I hear. I just never got around to playing it. So it'll be a blind experience for all of us. Coughs and having watched the speedrun of it before. And yeah, I know it's like you need to play it before you play 8. Ow, ow. What else do I got? Also, I'm sorry if I'm, like, a little scatterbrained tonight. I realize I'm scatterbrained every night. Let's see, aside from Silent Hill 4 and RE7 and 8... Well, really, I have, like, all the RE games. Loghead. I think I'm missing... Okay, I don't have all of them. I don't have, like, 0 and 1, I don't think. But, you know, those are, like, GameCube games. Like classic RE2 and 3. I wouldn't mind doing that at some point. Lost in Vivo? I'm kind of blanking on what Lost in Vivo is. Mystery of the Druids, but I already know the Mystery of the Druids. That's a game you know, like, react to. Zero and 1 PC versions are substantial upgrades. Well, it's not like they'll never be on sale. Especially, you know, in October when we're going to be playing them. Drum Potato 2, a bread and dread. Spooky house of jump scare, but they make something serious this time. Okay. I suppose we could also play Dusk, although it's not really a horror game. As much as it is a horror-themed Quake.
Now this is a surprise.
It's all about the vibes.
You're surprised. This is my house.
Oh, shit.
And I can set foot wherever I please within my own house. Or is that against the law now, too, FBI?
Where's Professor R? I know she came here.
100 years ago, my father, Isaac Clarkson, came to this town and subjugated its people with his might. In time,
I could play Blood, but then you'd see that I'm bad at Blood.
That put the entire southwest region of Louisiana right in the palm of his hand. Whenever any of his kin betrayed him, he'd cut 'em limb from limb and make an example of 'em. The shadows need a way of keeping the balance, too, you see. That's why the severed roots exist. Sometimes they chop a fella's ears off, maybe scoop his eyes out. Then they chop off all the limbs. Either way, they all ended up looking the same in the end. No different from mixing up the ingredients in your food. But this is sick.
I don't want to play Alien Isolation. It looks scary.
Why would any soul ever need to line up the stumps all neat like this? What's happening in Lucari right now ain't right. It ain't nothing like what we got up to back in my day. You know, it kinda feels like what you call pure evil. I'll be real honest here. Right now, I'm afraid.
I don't know if Killer 7 is a horror game.
The evil
I do have it.
taking this era by the balls is trying to gobble up Lucare too. Francis York Morgan, you FBI son of a bitch. Just what in hell did you come to this town for?
Well, I hate to rain on your sensational parade of a monologue, but my answer is simple. I came here chasing a drug called Sang Rouge that's been steadily permeating the southern states. And I plan to arrest all the perpetrators involved in the name of justice.
Oh, you sure sound like a devil, all right.
So be it. You're free to interpret my words any way you like.
Well, interpret this.
Grabs
you
crotch.
come here to bring death and destruction to our town, or my name isn't P.J. Clarkson. You leave a mountain of corpses in your wake. So go on and suffer in the name of justice or whatever you want to call it.
Zach, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to prove that we fight on the side of justice. But why was Philip here in the first place? I thought we were inside her mind. No need to answer, Zach. The only reason this world's so fun is because of all the mysteries it holds.
Why is there so much root beer in here? Okay. I also had to, like, move the chat window because I couldn't see it. It was in, like, the corner between the two screens. It'll bleed. That's a good one. I love It'll Bleed. Alright, time for more of this. Outer Wilds is horror in like a cosmic way. I haven't played Outer Wilds at all. I'm sorry if the game is a little loud. What? Okay. I probably shouldn't be yelling so loud, someone's going to think I'm talking to him in the other room. Audio balance dimensions. Was there no reason to come here? That was a long way for a dead end. Maybe I had to go that way to open the door. I'm poisoned! Cutscene end! Take a sippy. Let's alleviate our BO. So much snarfing. Chad, what sound would you make if someone hit you? Like if you were an enemy. That tracks. Leon Kennedy RE4 death sound. Fart reverb. I think I would make a boing sound. Yeah, like that. Wow. We should get the Sonic 3 like bubble noise. It's a good sound effect. I love seeing York just beat enemies to death. He went out of his way to punch all bosses to death. Or the sound of the Wii crashing. When that homebrew hits. This one's purple. Unusual sound, too.
I grew up in this room. As my back broke under all my father's expectations.
Your cocktail was delicious. So delicious, in fact, that it carried me off into a dream. Huh. Professor R, what did you hope to achieve by coming back to this house? I don't believe for a moment that you'd ever risk your life just to get revenge on your father.
Leonard Clarkson. That was my name when I lived here. Everyone called me Lenny. My father taught me all sorts of things so that I would grow up to become a proper heir. How to manipulate people. How to properly use tools such as violence and rewards. But I could never bring myself to care about any of it.
You left this place in order to find your true self. But what did that achieve? In the end, you fell back into Lucare. And now you spend your time selling the new drug you created, preying on the weak. You and the Clarksons are exactly alike in that regard.
I'm starting to notice they ran out of budget for lip syncing.
Which makes you even uglier.
Some people find joy in ruining themselves, offering up their lives to whatever they worship. This cycle has repeated itself since long ago. To me, it's the most noble of actions. Surely you must agree, Agent Morgan.
Stop trying to rationalize your crimes with that dramatic gibberish. Vicissitudo, the Latin word used to describe a fluctuation between two polar opposites. Galena's body wasn't a declaration of war. It was this, wasn't it? Those severed roots were fakes. Who did you force to kill Galena?
I can't believe you figured out that much. You're dangerous.
What you're talking about is true madness, not some noble fairy tale.
You're going to shoot me. Okay. Go ahead and shoot. Come on! Shoot me! The Clarkson bloodline is cursed. It needs purification. A blood purge!
Let's drink some coffee. Alright, let's head in. I gotta say, these sections kind of drag a bit. The first game's combat also wasn't super interesting, but that's because it was like tacked on. I don't know why they decided to keep it for the sequel. There's only 3 of these? Oh, okay. I wonder why they decided to keep them then. They want some reason to be engaged with the open world. Okay. I'm gonna sound a little crazy about this. What if they just made, like, House of the Dead? Like, the first game had, like, chase sequences with QTEs. I'm just saying, you know, if you had like an on-rail shooter part of this, I could understand it more than like this weird, like, maze. Chad, how would you do like a crafting system right? I know we're all like sick of them. How would you do it right? I think I'd like to see multiple uses for materials and interesting ways for them to make inventory management easy. Alright, what if it automatically did it? Like, you pick up enough of a resource that automatically does the crafting for you. Because, like, that's Factorio. Okay, I'm talking about in a normal game, not a crackhead game. Factorio's boring. Good night, Sneeze. Good night, Burp Snake. Listen, all I'm saying is that I don't want to cook in Breath of the Wild 2. But they're gonna make me do it. What is goatee shoeing? Is that Horizon Zero Dawn? The only people giving that game Game of the Year, I don't want to talk to them. Those are the kind of people who should be put on a list. What is the GOTY for this year? I'm trying to think, what all games have I played this year? I played Klonoa. But I played Klonoa back in like 2009 also.
Zack, here it is again.
The same boss
A
again?
red tree and a translucent cocoon. I think we've reached the core.
The goddess of fertility will descend into Lucare, and then the sweet fruit will be ours. Destruction is the first step to creation. Lisa's death sent everything into motion. There's no
Demonic
stopping
fetus with
now.
no mouth.
Her death proved how determined I am, how dedicated I am to all who trust in me.
Oh wait, Kirby came out this year.
And Lise, their deaths were not in vain. They led us to the harvest. The Clarkson blood curse will be washed away. Life must be sacrificed. Blood purge. Blood purge. Blood. Blood. I need blood!
Howdy.
Let me cut you.
don't know if they just didn't give these bosses, like, enough health. It's a little silly how easy they go down.
Galena and Lise, they're both dead. I can't turn back now! The Red Soul can't die here. You can't erase it! Blood Purge! The Blood Purge! We will create a new world! A new generation! The blood must be purified!
I straight up forgot they made a new Pokemon game this year. And that it was, like, way better than what most people wanted.
That's the true self you worked so hard to find. I'm sorry, Lena. I gave you far more credit than I ever should have.
The Clarksons have always been the chosen ones, proud souls, divine life-given form. But at some point, that blood became tainted. So I decided to reset it. I need to purify this corrupt blood for the one I love most. After I left home, I met the Red Soul and acquired a guide. And so I created the red powder and became an apostle for the red magic. The red powder transforms the body from within. It creates empowered souls, and mature souls are the greatest offering one can present to the goddess. Lise and
This,
Galena
too,
did
must be
lose
the
their
will
minds.
of causality.
They both died with honor.
Died with honor. Just how deluded are you? You dismembered them and strung up their bodies in the name of vapid symbolism. Where's the honor in that? So what if they said they wanted to die? Cultists have been saying that for centuries.
Silence! You will impede us no longer.
You're always so smug. Oh, how I hate you. This is the last you'll ever see of my plan.
Now die! This is true immolation!
This is true power!
Purification! Purification!
I want a game where York goes to Silent Hill. I just want to know what he'll say about it. 3D eyes boss on hard mode. Oh, sorry, easy mode.
This is true immolation!
No one can stop my plan.
Sack. This reminds me of Jacob's Ladder. Ow.
This can't be happening. I'm supposed to be invincible.
Purification!
Sack, let's hear this Dahlia lady out.
This is true immolation!
If you kill me, no one will be left to tell you about the plan.
No. How could I lose? But it's too late. No one can stop my plan. Now, not even me. Red Tree!
I'm back.
Lena, let go. I'm going to count to 3, then you're going to get down on the ground and put your hands behind your head. Got it?
See this? If I let go, the bomb in the fireplace will explode.
Do something smart for once, Lena. Detonating that bomb won't solve anything.
You're wrong, Agent Morgan. It'll give me the ending I've always dreamed of.
Leonard, you're wrong. Killing me will bring back our family's prosperity.
No! I know I am right!
You never change. Once you make up your mind, that single idea possesses you. It's almost like you're cursing yourself. Oh, my always holding on to all your pain.
No! You're the one who's wrong!
When you first told me about the disparity between your mind and your body, I didn't know how to love you.
Stop it! I don't want to hear this!
But I always knew from the very start.
Stop talking!
There was something special inside you. I also know that you had any cause with your older sister.
Pardon?
Your own flesh and blood.
Shut up!
I just didn't know how to treat you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Stop. Please.
I never, ever hated you. I always loved you. From the bottom of my...
I said shut up.
Don't, Lena!
This is necessary. All of the corrupt blood must die. The Clarksons' blood must be purged. Then, the purity that's left behind can rebuild the Clarksons' legacy.
Is that the goddess of fertility?
Go and see her with your own eyes. You're an FBI special agent. Surely you can find her. No one can stop my plan now. Not even me.
No, stop!
Patricia Clarkson.
Thank you, Randy. Oh. What the fuck?
Paul! Oh, Paul! Oh my God! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Agent York? Can you hear me?
What is it, Patty? Where's Melvin?
Not now, Hundun.
Well, I don't know. He won't answer me, and he ain't at the sheriff's office either. What should I do? You think he got caught up in some kind of trouble?
Losing his mind.
No, oh, shit! I got nothing now. I can't.
Patty, I need someone at the Clarksons' house ASAP. I don't care who you send. They can also ask Daniel Clarkson about the details once they get here. And you should also call an ambulance, just in case. Got it?
Huh? Sure.
I'm going to head straight over to the sheriff's office, Patty. Let's meet up there.
Uh-oh. Womp. Wyvern, you accept late night calls, right? Oh, you see his ass. I decided to just leave it there. It happens, you know? Mwah. Medical emergency bonus.
You're pretty...
Thank you. Mwah. And despite having quite a bit for dinner earlier, kind of, a little hungry. Oh. Whoa. Let's hit the hot spot. Let's go for a walk. Ice cream. Wish you could share. Yeah. You know how it is. It goes all to your thighs. But Homegirl, how do you drive here? Is there like something I'm looking for here? You have no idea what to do here? Oh, okay. Yeah, these trees look really good. Okay, I apparently did miss something. Maybe there's rare ingredients there. York said he was missing something. Transaction. Boo. Whoa! Flying York.
Did you find Melvin?
Nope, I can't find either of them.
Either of them?
Yeah, When I went home, it wasn't just my daddy who was missing. Mama was gone too. This never happened before.
Zach, we need to stop Professor R's plan no matter what it takes. Relax, Patty. You don't need to worry about a thing.
What was that?
I'm sure that Melvin just stumbled across an important clue that's stolen his attention for now. And I'm sure he's protecting your mother while he's at it. Let's just leave the investigation to the local police and rest for today. I need to prepare a report for the HQ anyway. How about staying with me in my room until we find them?
But...
You don't need to worry. I can't make you any homemade food, but I've got a first-class chef and a first-class concierge at my disposal. Oh, and a very affable bellboy. It's a lot of fun at that hotel.
But...
What local police?
Okay.
It's just one guy and he's missing.
Thanks, Agent York.
You're a lady, so you take the bed. Zach and I will be fine on the couch.
The plot thickens. The sweet life of Zach and York.
Hey, let's shout something out loud.
Like what?
Chocolate Sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
Is this an interrogation?
Oh, no.
I play
I just
you know,
figured that since we're
Deadly
working
Premonition
together
game
now,
on a
it'd be
boat.
a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male...
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw? Zach, the Clarkson family tree is nothing like we thought it was. We need to reorganize everything we've uncovered so far. She was so tired she fell right to sleep. Hey, Zach, I'm in a very difficult spot right now. I feel like this case is heading in a direction that will be extremely unpleasant for her. I've never felt anything like this during any of our cases thus far.
Well, like, the lines go until the end. And her sleeping was just taking a while. 60. Getting a big wall here.
First, let's go back to the beginning. Lise Clarkson's body was found hanging under a bridge over the bayou. in a deserted spot close to where the bayou meets the Mississippi. The one who fired the pistol at Heaven surely had no idea what he would find there. Speaking of which, Zach, Chuck, the man who started this race we're running, what's his occupation? That's right. He's a crawfish farmer. And after chasing a poacher's boat that crossed over into his farmland, he went up the bayou and was fortunate enough to find Lisa's body. I doubt it was a very pleasant experience for him. But if not for his discovery, Lisa's body might have started rotting out there. He's a difficult person to be sure, but I don't think he's a bad guy. Chuck said something peculiar. He claimed the Clarksons were a little better when their son was still around. I don't know exactly what he meant, but we ended up meeting the person he was talking about, didn't we? Under very unexpected circumstances. Leonard Clarkson. He ran away from home, found his true self, then changed names. So, Zach, do you remember her name? Helena Doman. The townspeople call her Lena. She was also known as Professor R while she plotted against the Clarksons. She's the mother of the new drug known as Sang Rouge. She must have also had a group of followers who worshipped her fanatically. I can see it now. Lena sprinkling down the red powder, corrupting every last pure and innocent girl in town. Lena mentioned her plan each time we met. She must have taken us for utter fools, Zach. She thought she was always one step ahead of us, and that we'd never see the full scope of her plan. Well, her plan isn't complete yet, and I know we can still stop it. That's why we need to learn all we can about her. Her alias was Professor R, and she was well learned in the areas of medicine and fire dynamics. By the way, Zach, do you remember what weapon Lena used to murder PJ?
A bomb.
Correct. She used a miniature bomb. To tell you the truth, she surprised me. That bomb was so well placed. It left hardly any damage on the building itself, yet still did amazing work on them. Lena should have used that brain of hers for something more productive than that saga of revenge. For example, reviving Lucare's economy from the industrial sector. Widen your perspective, and you'll see that Louisiana is an industrial treasure trove. With her intelligence and her charisma, I'm sure she would have found some amazing opportunities. Such a tragedy. Zach, there's one more important matter we need to think about here. Galena Clarkson, who was murdered in jail. Her body was dismembered, then rearranged into a V shape. Patty and Melvin claimed it was a severed roots killing, but that doesn't make sense to me. And PJ Clarkson disapproved of it when I met him in the other world. He saw Galena's parts lined up and was overcome by an inexplicable fear. Tell me.
She couldn't girl boss her way out of this
Who
one.
killed Galena?
I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have the answer to this one yet.
We forgot the yeah, Zach part of that line.
And it's too big a problem to solve with mere speculation. The answer to this question may lead to a major turning point for this case, and the final turning point for this story. You know it's true, Zach. I only hope it doesn't push us down an avenue we didn't plan on exploring.
Pop.
Hey, Zach. Do you remember PJ's last words? Lena had intercourse with her older sister. Her own flesh and blood. This means there's still one more person out there who inherited PJ's blood.
Yo! The drummer was a bit frozen. Time to groove. I miss playing the saxophone.
Oh, fucking poachers, now I gotcha. Caught you red-handed.
Wait, who's poaching who? S rank.
Soon. I'm almost there. Just... please.
Zach?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
2019.
Let me try and summarize this. Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family. Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang Rouge.
That's right.
She was responsible for everything?
Not everything, but most of it. Almost everything went according to her plan.
But if you'd already figured out that much, why did you continue to stay in Le Carré?
Because we had to.
You had to? Whatever for?
The goddess was still there.
The goddess?
The goddess of fertility.
Lise Clarkson's body.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess, but she wasn't the goddess. She was just a tragic victim.
Then who is the goddess of fertility?
The person at the root of this case.
Is it some kind of metaphor? For example, the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
The goddess of fertility embodied abundance on the outside But on the inside, she was a hollow void. And that void was threatening to swallow up all of Lucare. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Are you okay, Mr. Morgan? Morgan almost sounds like a prophet talking about the end of the world. Vague, elusive, and intent on deceiving those who listen. But every now and then he adds an interval of truth. Patricia Clarkson is one of those. She's something special. Something irreplaceable to him. The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest. Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as we please.
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance. It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have. Burning anything other than firewood in it is dangerous. Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable refuse. Especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
Instead of kicking your floor, perhaps it'd be wiser to invest in a soundproofing mat.
Are you irritated, Belle? Yes, of course you are. You think we lack a common human trait, and that bugs you. We're crazy. Human refuse. That's how we look to you, isn't it?
I would never go that far, but you did surprise me. Just doesn't seem like the kind of attitude one should display when in the company of others.
Yes, we're sorry. We agree with you. It just made us remember a time when that noise kept ringing out, and we couldn't stop it. That flight from Newark Liberty to Seattle Tacoma. It was the first flight we took as FBI agents. The plane was shaking violently due to turbulence. And when we looked to the side, we saw a young mother cradling a baby with a frightened look on her face. We got worried, so we spoke to her. Then the baby started crying. It was so loud. We couldn't resist plugging up our ears. And since it was so loud, the rest of the passengers started glaring at us. At first, the mother and I waved our hands, trying to quiet down the baby. But our efforts were in vain. It never stopped crying. The more our anxiety levels rose, the louder its cries grew. Shrill and piercing, as if they were heralding the apocalypse. We were powerless, and the baby's mother was helplessly bewildered. Once the plane landed safely in Tacoma, the baby finally stopped crying. We heaved a sigh of relief and looked at the mother. Then she said, "Whose child is this?" We were shocked. So, we asked her what was going on. Apparently, sometime after she boarded the flight, that baby randomly appeared on her lap.
What?
Then, it ordered her to call me over, and kept sitting there, as if nothing was wrong. Can you believe that, Belle? Bizarre, isn't it? While we were talking, the baby disappeared.
What
The
the
being
fuck?
responsible for all that loud, grating noise simply disappeared without a trace. Ever since then, whenever I hear a baby crying, I remember that bizarre experience. Well, what do you think, my fairy? Was it some sort of sign?
I'm so close to finding out where she is. So close now.
By the way, you're still searching for Patricia, yes?
You don't need to worry about that.
Colors we...
We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our goal.
200 followers on Twitter.
We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though. After all, so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there, looking for her.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
No, we don't. But we can feel her when we close our eyes and become one with the world. It's very faint, but we can see her. We can see Patricia.
Are you trying to distract me again? Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
What do you think we are, X-Men?
No, that's Lena. I can make that joke.
It's metaphysical offender profiling.
He actually asked me where Patricia is? Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her? Fine. I can deal with that. I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carré case. Professor R was a Clarkson, and also the mother of Saint Rouge.
By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body after 14 whole years?
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse by pure chance? That there was some undercover terrorism plot afoot there?
I said it's none of your business.
Well, then we'll just have to guess. It was an anonymous tip. A tip related to Saint Rouge. Did we hit the nail on the head, Belle?
Dark laughter.
But that's not what we want to know about. After all, the FBI gets hundreds of tips every day. Right, my fairy? It was always that way, even back when we were on duty. Here's what we really want to know. Why, out of all those tips, did you select that one? Would you tell us that much, Belle? What urged you to make a beeline straight for this case?
That's none of your business. If Professor R really was the mastermind behind everything, if she wanted to rebuild the Clarksons' legacy, Then why did she feel the need to kill everyone? Low-fat vitamin D milk cartons. Why are they all lined up so neatly? This square area enclosed by milk cartons, is it another sanctuary? The more I look around, the more I feel like there's some sort of system to all this. The sanctuary on this table. The fireplace sanctuary. And the milk carton sanctuary. They all lead into the room back there. And there's one more by the window, and yet another by my feet. Are they signs? Or is this all some sort of path?
Hey, Belle. Is that a serious question?
Of course it is.
We're drying them out. We line the milk cartons up to dry them out, so we can turn them into Halloween decorations.
Halloween? It's only January.
This is America, land of the free. Got a problem with that?
If she wa- So you think Galena was murdered by Helena Doman, her own brother?
No, not her. Galena was someone else.
Zero elaboration. That's for Halloween. What? Yeah.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
Yes. But I'm asking you. Would you mind answering me in your own words? You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
It's a complicated matter. Extremely complicated.
Don't let him draw you into his game. Stay calm, Aaliyah Davis. Am I winning here, or... No, I need to stay positive. I have to solve this case, no matter what it takes. Can't lose courage here.
Come on, Aaliyah.
The future influences the present just as much as the past. You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you. Well, here's why. Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions, when you were neither doing something nor doing nothing. I intently studied your intervals between action to action, and action to inaction, to action. People reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal. And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden. When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when you raise a cup of coffee to your lips. Human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's what lies in those intervals. That's my modus operandi. And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house. Isn't there?
You're incredible, Belle. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Belle. But only half right.
Half?
There's half of someone in here.
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far. You've got real talent.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Zach.
Most of what you say is disjointed and illogical. If this goes to court, I
And
won't let you claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I know I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here? Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea. I was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Mr. Morgan, can you stand?
Oh. Is this a sign from a coffee? What could it be? What is it trying to tell me?
Uh-oh.
Think.
Is that a dragonfly?
Footsteps. Big footsteps. Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess, mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
You okay? Hey.
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired. Would you take us to get our medicine?
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Whew. Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan. But so be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing? I didn't think he'd gotten this bad. I can't let him die on me yet. I need to get more clues out of him before his time runs out. I wondered what sort of food he was eating, all shut up in here. Pizza? Why do they all love pizza so much?
It's good.
What's wrong, Aaliyah? You hungry or something?
Excuse me? What are you insinuating?
I just noticed that York has one of the, like, destructible boxes from the, like, battle arena there behind Simon's head.
Well, you're staring right at an empty pizza box.
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Pizza is a sacred food, remember? You don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it. That's the power of pizza.
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza bit. I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day, that's all you ever talk about. What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
No, Aaliyah. You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep dish pizza. But get this. I love New York-style pizza, too. It doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's beautiful.
Did I write this game?
What? Still don't get it? Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand. All pizzas are created equal. Eat your heart out, Nietzsche.
Just forget I mentioned anything. Whatever his goal may be, Morgan's gone to great lengths to survive. But no matter how hard he tries, the heartless monster inside of him will just keep devouring his body. When Katrina stole my family from me, I lost all hope. I wanted to die. What is he hoping for?
Aw. Thank you, Trist. Wow, tier 2. Dead's your premonition.
Why do you think he's trying to survive so badly?
Thank you. Mwah.
What do you mean?
Oops. The 2 years?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
Have we skateboarded yet? We were skateboarding earlier.
No more Nietzsche. Please, just stop. I feel like my ears are gonna start bleeding.
Hey, Agent Jones. Want to know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
Nietzsche.
Sure.
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina. At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless. I wanted to die. How could a 13-year-old girl go on living alone with her little brother? Then, in that shelter, I met a college professor. His school was damaged by the hurricane, too, and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter, just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him. He loved Nietzsche. And out of all of Nietzsche's quotes, there was one from Thus Spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over and over again. Better know nothing than half know many things. Better be a fool on one's own account than a sage on other people's approbation. I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know?
Yeah.
Why would he think it would be good to be a fool?
I love Deadly Premonition's writing.
But I understand what he meant now.
You don't get lofty dialogue in, like, mainline games.
He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped
but less
onto
insane.
us.
That is accurate.
So that we could go on respecting ourselves without ever succumbing to all the patronizers.
I know Swery made at least one game that's like spy action thriller, and it's just Metal Gear Solid 2.
After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in.
I would love to play that one.
That was the last time I ever saw the professor. But whenever I quote Nietzsche, my memories of him come flowing back into my mind. And they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm gonna keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I get it now. Nietzsche is to you what pizza is to me. Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course. I won't say another word.
Agent Jones, what the hell is wrong with you? How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
Oh, come on.
I didn't think I can't. Shouldn't you look after him?
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub. It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
What? But why?
You didn't think that was weird?
I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
No. I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Who knows? But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
In what way?
He changed pizza places.
This better not be another joke.
It's not, really. It's not. Before December, he always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford. But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked red boxes and totally lost it.
Red, huh?
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area. How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story? Agent Jones has been acting strange the entire time we've been here. He told me he wasn't very good at dealing with suspects in person, but can anyone be this bad at it? Is he hiding something? Or maybe our suspect found some dirt on him. Either way, I wish he'd stop trying to drag me down with him.
Pondering Simon.
Let me get one thing straight. You started this investigation based on an anonymous tip, right?
Based?
What kind of a tip was it? Phone or mail?
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside. I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details, especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I start focusing on meaningless nonsense. When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for? I just can't help myself. I can't resist the need to know. It's just the way I am.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. A wrapped sample of Sang Rouge. And a note.
What did it say?
Investigate the Clarksons. F.K.
That's it?
Uh-oh.
Yes, that's it.
Who's F.K.?
In the coffee?
Anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a fake name.
Oh. Oh, FK for fake.
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals
fake
whose
name.
initials are FK. 1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married, or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case. I got this far by taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied now?
Yeah. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. Yep, it all checks out.
The letter that was delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly. the mark of the Clarkson family. Single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons. And... so many records. I guess it doesn't matter what kind of person you are. Everyone loves some kind of music. That's one of the reasons why music is so powerful. But... who collects vinyl in an age like this when you can stream just about anything?
Thank you, I'm here all week.
True. Morgan's got refined taste.
You really think so? Now, even I thought they were cool back when the vinyl revival first started. But now, every suburban mall has its own vinyl shop right next to the novelty store. At this point, it's become a solid component of modern snobism, which only makes them that much more uncool. People who know nothing about real music are buying them up just so they can decorate their walls with cute album art.
How do you ever have time to enjoy anything when you're always so busy putting people down?
Excuse me?
You're like IBS. You keep flaring up at the worst times and there's no end in sight.
Owned. Holy shit.
And when you're alone with Morgan, it's just an all-out war zone.
I think this lady rules, actually. True.
We're in the middle of a very important investigation right now. Don't you think we ought to take it seriously?
This conversation has owned a couple people.
To me, it just looks like you're putting yourself under a lot of stress for no good reason. Why can't you, show a little humanity once in a while?
Does one need humanity in order to track down criminals?
It helps.
Yes, one does. Or at least I do.
Well, I don't.
Come on, Aaliyah. I'm your partner, aren't I? For a few days, at the very least. I'm your invasive partner who has a passionate relationship with pizza, right? Why can't you just let me in on one thing you actually happen to enjoy? Oh, aside from Nietzsche, that is.
I'd really rather not.
Why do you always have to be so withdrawn?
I can't help it if there's certain things I don't like.
No, come on. There's got to be some kind of music you enjoy. This is a good chance to teach me a bit about yourself.
I said no.
Do you like Justin Bieber?
Too cute. Not my type.
Drake?
I've only ever listened to the hooks.
Well then, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry.
Hell no. Am I done now?
She likes hardcore, Gabber. Nightcore, nightcore, nightcore.
Well then, what do you like?
I have to tell you.
Alright,
yes,
it's the Wiggles.
You do.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, fair enough.
No way. You're a prog rocker?
Oh my god, she listens to Tim Fallon.
Who turned you on to it? Your dad?
As far as I can remember, I've loved prog rock ever since I was born.
My favorite game was Plock.
That's just how music works, right? I mean, The Wall is by far my favorite album. Even to this day, I find it hard to believe that they made that in the 70s.
Does she like Yes also? She should.
It still sounds completely fresh and unique, as if it was just released yesterday. And what?
No, I was just thinking, I wish Morgan could have been here for this.
Oh my god, she's so pretentious. She's fucking awesome.
Don't you dare tell him.
I'm gonna tell him about how you like In the Court of the Red Crimson King.
Hey, Aaliyah, sorry about before. I went a little overboard.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Chicagoans all love deep dish pizza.
This
We
game is
can't
gonna
live
make me
without
want
the damn
pizza.
Stuff. I admit it. That's why I always get so emotional whenever we talk about pizza. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It had already left my mind.
Well, good.
This game is secretly about
Pizza should
pizza.
always be a peaceful dish, no matter what's going on.
That's why it's called pizza. You ordering pizza right now if you didn't have a huge-ass lunch? I had, like, good dinner.
By the way,
But, like, I only had, like,
do you
2
eat hot dogs?
Hot dogs?
Why do you want to know?
Just tell me, do you eat them?
Obviously.
Every now and then, yes.
Okay, so what do you put on your hot dogs?
Please don't say ketchup.
What is this? A personality test?
She's gonna say ketchup, and he's gonna, like, murder her in her sleep.
No, nothing of the sort.
He's gonna throw the chessboard at her, and then throw her out the window.
See, the thing is, we Chicagoans are very tolerant when it comes to pizza preferences. But hot dogs? Well, that's a different story.
Meaning?
I just can't stand those people who put ketchup on their hot dogs.
Huh?
Mustard is the only condiment that people should be allowed to put on their hot dogs.
Fucker, I put chili on hot dogs. Come on,
Anything
man.
else is heresy. And yet, look at our world today. Do you know how many people are out there dripping ketchup all over their Franks? I mean, let's think about this. What is ketchup exactly? Ketchup is a condiment meant for French fries, right?
And if you're insane, eggs. Or I guess Japanese. You put so much on your hot dogs? I'm gonna sound crazy here. If it's not a chili dog, I usually just eat it plain.
It was never meant to be an accessory for hot dogs. It's out of the question. You got a hot dog, you use mustard. It's an unspoken rule.
In Earthbound, you can use ketchup on eggs, and... Can you use it on hot dog? Relish. I can see relish.
So, Aaliyah, lay it on me.
Relish is the strangest condiment. It's just pickle. Just like ground up pickle.
Are you one of those degenerates who puts ketchup on their hot dogs?
Simon, holy shit.
I do. I put ketchup on my hot dogs.
Whoa, whoa, Simon.
Of course I do.
No.
No.
Well, this partnership isn't gonna last long. You've definitely convinced me of that.
Oh yeah? Well, good. From the moment we started this investigation, I always assumed it would be a one-time only thing.
I sell prophylactics and tacos.
I want some, like, jalapeno-y. You put ketchup on your dogs because it's tasty. Again, I'm insane. I eat hot dogs plain.
Ready to spill the beans, Aaliyah?
I'm afraid of thunder.
Well, I mean, I don't mean like by themselves. I just mean like I want something with jalapenos on it, like a burger or like a
Happy now?
nachos. Fucking. I just remembered I have cheese dip in the fridge. I need to eat that.
Katrina? Alright, I'll stop.
Maybe I can like chop up some jalapenos and put them in them. Don't like them on burgers because they're not mixed in with the food enough. I mean, on burgers they're basically just hot pickle.
Good. Now let's get back to the investigation.
No. Hold on. Now that I think about it, that doesn't really qualify as a soft spot. What I'm looking for is more... how should I say it? Adorable?
Adorable.
You know, something that would make you blush. There's gotta be something. Please.
Do I dip
I'm
bacon in
begging
ketchup?
you.
Fucking... I get jalapeno burgers at Whataburger all the time. I do not dip bacon in ketchup.
I love koalas.
What?
They're just so cute. I can't resist them. All I need to do is look at a picture of one and Fuzzy Wuzzy swim all over me.
I mean, I'm not judging anyone's, like, food tastes here.
I mean, the way they look, the way they're shaped, the color of their fur. I mean, even down to how they only eat eucalyptus. I just love everything about them. Once I get some time off, I'm gonna travel to Australia and hug one for real. That's one of the top 5 goals on my lifetime to-do list right now.
You don't want to hug a koala.
This conversation never happened. Is that understood?
Why can't I move?
He's got films from every genre you could possibly think of.
Use this exact condiment or we'll flog you on the rocks. I mean, I also don't care about that. It's just... I don't know. I hate how, like, condiment is the default at fast food places. Like, if you order a burger, you have to say, don't put ketchup on it.
But
From, like,
only
McDonald's.
movies from the 80s. I've never met such an exclusive film collector.
Oh, Aaliyah. Getting curious now, huh? Here, I'll find one of my favorites for you.
Is it the porn identity?
How about this one?
Stares directly at the lightning.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, directed by Robert Zemeckis. It's a fantasy movie that mixes real actors with cartoons, using what we'd call CG these days, I guess.
Yeah, I know that one. It's the one where Michael Jordan plays basketball with all the cartoon characters, right?
Harsh.
What? No, that's Space Jam.
Yes!
It's not even the same director. And besides, that one has the Looney Tunes in it.
Whatever. Either way, I'm not
Simon
watching.
rotates on the spot.
Fine by me. You know, you're really lacking in the cute department.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No. Just get in, please. I'm just trying to help you turn a new leaf. I'm your invasive partner, remember?
Why do you care so much? I like myself just the way I am.
No, wrong answer. I think you could use a little more softness. You know what I mean?
You need bigger boob.
That would definitely make it easier for people to
Like
help
this.
you out, you know.
Name any video game out there that brings up Space Jam, followed by negging.
You're flawless, intelligent, and charming. All you're missing is some soft spots.
Soft spots.
Yeah, you know, like when people find out a super serious politician is actually a huge comic book nerd. Something like that. You've got to have something.
Boob.
Something you secretly like that people wouldn't expect.
Well, I don't.
This game kicks ass, I have decided.
End of story.
Hey, uh-oh. The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
What do you mean? I just said I don't.
Which means you definitely do. Well, what is it? Come on, I gotta know.
Mentions koalas again.
Professor R, the mother of this evil powder, is dead and gone. So then why are her demon seeds still being passed down? This drug has already taken so many lives and more are bound to follow. It has to be stopped.
So, why did you decide to take this case?
Because it's my job.
Really? I don't buy it.
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this.
What?
Some kind of special emotion.
Fear.
There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte.
I know SQL.
I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. And besides, we're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask, go along it.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this? Come on.
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive, if this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Sang Rouge.
That's right. The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better. And I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing. He's the only family I have in the entire world.
What about your parents?
When I was only 13, Katrina took him.
We went over this, Simon.
Leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I've already dealt with my past. Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete the duty I've been given.
Yeah.
Hey, Agent Jones. I just want to double-check one thing. You didn't find anything in the bathroom?
Nope. Nothing in there.
It must be the bedroom, then. Just like I thought.
Are you serious about this?
Huh? Now you're having second thoughts?
Well, not exactly.
Then what?
I understand how you feel, but he's got an incurable disease. And he used to be one of us.
So? The truth he's given us so far could all be completely fabricated. He's a genius lone wolf agent who solved nothing but difficult cases during his years of active duty. That's what they told me at Quantico, at least. Over and over again. I had to listen to them talk about how no one could ever replicate the kind of work he did. But let's be real here. You saw his face, didn't you? It was inhuman. It looked like the face of a killer who's been possessed by death. Patricia Clarkson is here, in the next room, only a single wall away from us. After 14 years, he went back to Le Carré, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now, something that's deeply connected to Sang Rouge. What is all this?
Oh dear.
Pictures of people from Le Carré. And this wall is dedicated to Greenvale. All the deceased have been crossed out. Sheriff Melvin Woods? Lise Clarkson?
Oh my god.
Where's Patricia?
That's our altar. What are you doing?
Oh shit. Back to the past. (2005). Leaves don't fall up, silly.
York! Agent York! York! Agent York! York! Agent York! Hey! Agent York! Agent York? Hey! Hey, Agent York.
What the?
You're Lise Clarkson.
What's wrong? You're acting weird.
Sorry, Hattie, I'm fine now. More importantly, do these red seeds come from some kind of plant that grows around this area?
I don't know. What do I look like, a botanist?
This isn't your average backwoods town. The Clarksons' ego and control has been piercing the town's heart like a massive dinosaur bone. But over this past century, time has been busy eroding the beast's power from within. And now, the very thing that once fortified this town is polluting it with putrid gas and rotten marrow. Zach, this is the point where it all collapses.
I like the goober music as we get here.
Did you notice anything strange before your daddy went missing? Did he seem different from usual? Or say things that didn't make sense?
Nope. He was the same as always. We talked a lot. I reckon he was in a better mood than usual. Almost even too talkative.
Zach, she's putting on a strong face, but it's clear that she's very worried. Let's try and cheer her up a bit. What's the best thing to say in times like these?
You don't need to worry about me, Agent York. Let's just focus on the work we have left to do.
Unfortunately, it looks like your parents' disappearing is connected with this case somehow.
Yeah, I know.
Melvin seems to love you so much. It's hard for me to believe he would just disappear and leave you all alone. Something must be afoot here. I wish I could tell you I'm sure they're okay, even without any evidence. But I hate lies, Patty. I can't guarantee that they're safe. That's my honest opinion.
I'm trying to prepare myself for it, but I want to hope that they're okay.
Of course. Zach and I feel the same way, but if you happen to think of anything that might help, please let me know. Even the tiniest piece of information could end up coming in handy.
Yeah, I understand. But I really don't know anything. I just feel like I know that Mama's okay somehow.
Meaning?
Even when we're apart, I can always tell how my mom is feeling. You know, like how twins can sense each other's feelings? But that's it. I can't tell where she is or what she's doing. Besides, I'm just a kid. Can't really trust what I'm saying, can you?
Zach, it seems like she and her mother possess some kind of secret bond. But we shouldn't try to force it out of her. Yes, you're exactly right. Let's just keep our eyes on her for now.
Time to head inside. York disappeared. Time for Ace Attorney investigations.
There's some decomposing cloth here. We saw the same type of cloth at the sugarcane plantation.
Oh hey, actual detective work.
They must have used that cloth when they transported Lisa's body. Who cares about mundane evidence like that?
Fucking bullshit.
This is just like Danganronpa.
This isn't a case that can be solved by gathering...
Oh my god, we even have like
we
the
need to
important
submit to a
area
court.
button from Danganronpa.
There's a flat, evenly weighted stone here. I bet we could use this to score an amazing stone skipping record. Let's give it a try whenever we get some downtime. For now, we need to focus on this investigation, Zach. The growth is all missing from this particular section. It wasn't just cutaway. She used fire to burn it out. Everything was planned so meticulously, as if she wanted to show this altar to someone. That's why Chuck ended up discovering it. These red seeds keep sticking out to me. But we need to figure out what's going on with this altar before we focus on anything else. Isn't that right, Zach? This altar is covered in burn marks, but there's hardly any residue left. There's no way for me to tell what was burned here. I could send it home for analysis, but is that really necessary? It'll just end up giving Abrahams more busy work. More importantly, Zach, someone who knew how to manipulate fire was behind all this. In other words, these roots prove that Lena was here. And that's enough for me. These bridge beams have a very unique shape to them. One straight support in the center, reinforced by V-shaped columns coming up diagonally from the sides.
They're called trusses.
Did this bridge always look like this? Oh well, I'm sure it has nothing to do with this case. Let's move on with the inspection, Zach.
Do you see it? Oh dear.
After Lise Clarkson was murdered, her body was put back together here. Just like how Galena's body was dismembered, then rearranged within the holding cell.
An upside-down peace sign.
Lena Doman and PJ's bodies were also blown to pieces in the end. Perhaps that's the nature of the curse that's taken hold of the Clarksons. What do you think, Zach? Is there any significance to these similarities? Zach, this is an ominous sign. Among all the different footprints here are a set made from engineer boots. Yes, I know. He probably only made them when he came to inspect the scene. I'm sure that Patty and I left our own set of prints here too. But how do you explain the set that's inside the yellow tape?
Hey! FBI! What the hell you doing back here?
Hey, Chuck. FBI!
You already solved the case, yeah? So go on! Get your ass out of town!
Back to relaxing music.
Why do you think I solved the case?
Shoot! Exactly how stupid are you, FBI? This is Luke Carre, remember? Every feller in town already knows that Professor Orr's the one behind all this shit.
Hey, Chuck.
This is Lacar.
Can you see the altar from there?
I'd see the whole damn thing.
Along with your stupid ass standing there, trying to act all smart and shit.
You told me that the poachers
I feel like I
boat you
knew
were
Chuck
chasing
growing up.
disappeared around this area, correct?
Yeah, that's what I said, all right. What, you forget already? If you're just gonna waste our tax dollars out here, least you could do is catch them goddamn poachers. Fucking FBI, go and make yourself useful for once in your damn life.
Chuck, we don't chase down fishing boats. Unless it's a terrorist boat that plans to overthrow our government, that is.
Huh. Then stop acting all leery, like I ain't being truthful or whatever. I'm busy too, you know. So long, FBI.
You're high and making cookies? Okay.
Zach, he just taught us what the true purpose of this altar is. It was built here so that the ritual could be watched from a boat in the bayou.
What do you mean? They could have just walked out here. There's no reason why they had to watch it from a boat.
The goddess of fertility, Patty.
I am low on drawing nookies. Oh, hey, Hungan.
The goddess of fertility. A fine name indeed. So much blood has been shed, yet you remain in this town. Surely, you know why.
JPEG. Yeah, I've noticed that Hungan's cutscenes have steadily decreased in budget.
Of course
From
I
when
do,
he, like,
Hungan.
appeared in paintings to, like, a reflection, and now he's just a JPEG.
My work here isn't finished yet. You know, I could really use one of your oracles right now.
You're more fun than I thought. Here's the oracle you ask for. Listen with your heart. Speak to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans. Feel the holy Allah. The giant lady's finger points down toward your goal.
Me?
Entrance to the forbidden.
Poetic and graceful as ever, Hungan.
What am I pointing at?
Hungan's oracles are leading us toward the core of this case. That's the one thing I'm sure of. But don't misunderstand, Zach. I'm not blindly following him. I only follow my intuition. Metaphysical offender profiling. That's all there is to it. The 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use history to figure this one out. After all, we need to find someone or something that saw the birth of New Orleans. That's not it, Zach. The 17 comrades must have survived for a shockingly long time. Remember, they were here to see the birth of New Orleans. And we can't just round up every last old person in town. Somewhere, there are 17 comrades who... That's it, Zach. The French established the colony of La Nouvelle-Orléans in 1718, just about 300 years ago. The only 17 comrades that would have been around back then are the 300-year-old oak trees along this road. A majestic road lined by oak trees. Come on, let's go ask these sages of Lucare for some help on our investigation. Zach, the Holy Allah is a shockingly simple metaphor, especially considering the quality of the oracles we've received thus far. It seems as if Hungan's poetic muse is finally running dry.
It's okay,
The great
swearing.
thing about us Americans is that we can recreate our homeland anywhere. We're happy to transport crunchy bacon across the deserts of Africa if we need to. That's what it means to be American, and this Holy Allah is just another example of that. From the early days of the frontier era, they've been helping us Americans be what we've always meant to be. Hey, Zach, if the Holy Allah needs to be filled, things must be dire. Imagine what would happen if the Holy Allah were to run dry. The townspeople would instantly face multiple... That's it. I never doubted you, Zach. The Holy Allah refers to a water tower. Specifically that water tower with its Clarkson family crest. It must be hiding some sort of clue. Let's fill the Allah and see what it yields.
What's an Allah? I don't know.
Zach, what do you think the giant lady's finger is?
Homie, I'm right here.
I'm at a loss. I never thought one of Hoongan's childish riddles would force me to think so hard. But, oh well. I'm sure that as we deal with the rest of the Oracle, it'll reveal itself to us.
What? Is there something on my face?
Listen carefully, Patricia. As my skilled assistant, I trust you a great deal. So I want you to answer me honestly.
Answer what?
Do you know what an Allah is?
Do you have any idea where Melvin might have gone?
No.
He didn't seem to be acting or talking differently than usual?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, I believe your words. Zach, we have a lot of work to do. It feels like we're finally approaching the climax here.
A jar that usually contains water. Hey, that was a new record of Skip's. He just lit. They're named after places in Louisiana. It's so hard once they get so fast. It has insects that are native to and pretty much only found in Japan. My favorite thing about RE7 is that it takes place in Louisiana, and yet you can go into the basement of the house in Louisiana. Is there a woman there? There is a woman in the basement. If you're wondering, you cannot have a basement in Louisiana. Anyway, it's past midnight. And we've been going for about 4 hours. So, let's head to a save point. Walking away. Land at the Casa Fiesta. Casa Pineapple. Casa Fiesta is like... I don't know. I think it's a restaurant chain. Thank you. Here's the mystery. Ooh. Thanks y'all for stopping by. I hope y'all had a good time. I am working on stuff for the anniversary stream. I know we didn't do it on time this year, but you know, it's fine. I'll hit y'all up when I get a time for it. Anyway, good night. Mwah. Mwah.